1212 is a place I can say is a place that saved my life. You know, I went there in order for me to attend meetings, to be with people who are recovering. My name is Lonnie T, and I'm the author of a book I wrote titled Stars of the Joke Parade that was published in 1991.
Peace and love. My name is Khalid Watson. Today's presentation is entitled Never Give Up, Follow Your Dreams. We're going to do part one, and I'm going to come back to introduce part two. So here is part one. Enjoy, I'll be back.
The story is about three guys who were in Vietnam together, and 20 years later they find themselves in a city called Oakwood, California, and they become addicted to crack. And later in years, having this passion now to better inform the community about a drug that was so powerful, I'm almost finished with the sequel to the story, which begins 13 years later from the time the last story ended, and it talks about those characters, in terms of what their progress is. Now there's more revealed, because the primary character had a situation being in a relationship with one of his ex-students who becomes pregnant and has a child. And the child now is 12 years old, and nobody but the primary character and the woman who has the child knows the truth. And the pastor now, he wants to get honest and tell his wife and his congregation, because he's now a pastor, that he has a child who is 12 years old. Now the mother, she has AIDS, and she's been in and out of the hospital suffering from pneumonia. And soon it might be, it's a great possibility that she will no longer be around. And the question is, who's going to take care of that child? But I'm hoping that you'll get a chance to read the story that was published back in 1991. Soon I'll have more books available, and the sequel will be pretty soon on the market. And hopefully you'll get more information about this subculture of people who struggle with their addiction. And the story talks about hope, because it talks about how the people who have struggled through what they went through have found a way to recover.
Where can we purchase the book?
Right now the book is not available.
Okay.
It's not available. It hopefully it'll be on the market.
The production today stars Mr. Lonnie Edwards, aka Lonnie T. It's about being able to overcome, that's not the right word, being able to maintain one's addiction and being able to follow one's dream. And the dream today is writing a book. Mr. Lonnie Edwards always wanted to write a book.
And I'm the author of a book I wrote titled Stars of the Joke Parade.
Welcome back. My name is Khalid Watson. Part two is a question that I presented to Mr. Lonnie T. What inspired you to write this book? Part two. Enjoy.
I wrote the story because when I was working as a public health advisor for the federal government, we had a problem in Los Angeles with people who were acquiring infectious syphilis and penicillin-resistant gonorrhea, and most of the people were gang members and used crack. And the administrators at the meeting were saying, we can't do anything for these people because all they want to do is shoot it up and snort it up. And I said to myself, these people don't even know what they're talking about. I need to write a story. So that's how the story was written. One of the characters was a high school teacher. Another character was a hustler, a pimp, a drug dealer. And the other character was just a lover man with a whole lot of children. One of the characters, he ended up going to jail. And one of the characters, he died, he OD'd off of crack. And the other character, he found recovery. Also in the story is a young woman by the name of Angel. She's from Wilmington, Delaware, and moved to the city of Oakwood to be with her boyfriend, but he was so abusive and struggling on drugs, she let him alone. But later she became addicted to crack, and later she killed her boyfriend. The story, it really describes, the behavior, the lifestyle of many people caught up in the grip. In particular, those who choose to indulge in smoking crack cocaine. The jolt, is what you feel after you take a puff of the drug and you exhale it, and the feeling you get is like a joke. I have a copy, and I think the printer in New York has the draft. But as far as that, because after I got the book published, I went back to smoking crack again. I'm an addict in recovery, and for me to keep what I have, which is my recovery, I had to give it away. And what I give it away is my experience, strength, and hope. It's about letting people know where I come from, and where I am and where I plan to go today. We had a problem in Los Angeles with people who were acquiring infectious syphilis and penicillin-resistant gonorrhea, and most of the people were gang members.